We're all about the Archers. I'm Philippa.
I'm Quentin.
And we're here to talk to you all about what's happened so far this week. We will be focusing particularly on the events covered on Sunday the 13th of July, Monday the 14th, and tonight, Tuesday the 15th of July, there will be spoilers. You have been warned. Quentin, thoughts?
First thing I'd like to say is, obviously I'm in a car. I'm in my Padstow car park because I have to sit here when I'm in Cornwall to get a decent signal to talk to Philippa in glorious vision and so forth. But I just want to give a shout out to one of our listeners, Claire Campbell, who listens from New York State and has been in touch with me because she loves it when I'm in Padstow because I am just up the road from where she was brought up in the village of St Merrin, which I drove through to get here. So hello to Claire, who'll be listening in New York State. And Cornwall, North Cornwall's looking lovely, Claire. There you go.
Very good.
There you go. That's it. Shall I go home now?
That's it, done. Short episode. Any thoughts about the Archers at all?
Yes, I've got one or two. I have one or two. George wants to get married now. He's in a hell of a rush, and he doesn't even want to have it in Ambridge. He wants it in the prison chapel. I thought the chaplain tonight played a blinder. He was excellent, wasn't he? He was very, very good. He really brought him down to earth and said, oi, this is all a bit of a rush. I've heard all this before. And he got to the nub, didn't he? I thought very quickly, saying it's because you're worried Amber's going to change her mind, isn't it? So I thought he was very strong, and I was gripped by his reflections when he was a youth in gangs and so forth. I thought it was very powerful radio tonight, and I thought he saw right through George, and George is going to have to do something to prove to Amma that he loves her.
What do you think he's going to do? Well,
I knew you were going to ask that. I've got no idea. That could be a prediction that will emerge in the next 15 minutes, Philippa. I don't know. I'm not sure what you can do, really, stuck in a cell, but he'll arrange for something to happen in Ambridge, won't he, somehow? Yeah.
He could reach out to Amber's parents and try and introduce himself and go about it the right way to get reconciliation there. He could launch his coffin business so that he's got a good income stream to look after Amber. There needs to be something. But unlike you, I wasn't convinced.
I liked it because he had more cred. He's lived in the real world and he's seen a bit of life, and he's not going to have the wool pulled over his eyes by prisoners. I thought he was good. Yeah, gritty. No, I liked him. I didn't like him at first. I thought, he's a bit cocky, a bit know-all. But then when he saw right through George and got to the nub. But I thought he said, you've got to do something here in prison. It's all very well setting up a coffin business when he's out. I thought my feeling was that Chaplain was suggesting come up with something while he's still inside to prove that you love Amber.
That's what I mean, reaching out to the parents. Or he can start the business now. He can put things in place. He can get the family ordering stuff. He can work on his branding. He can come up with his strategy so that there are things that he can do. What else can he do apart from getting some letters written in hay bales? Yeah. Amber, I love you.
But he's got no access to the internet to do all this. He's in prison, Philippa.
They've got phones. They've got mobiles.
They're not meant to.
Yeah, but they have. Yeah, exactly.
I think maybe it's going to be I love you and hay bales, actually.
You never know. I mean, one of my predictions was that George and Amber were going to get married in prison with a TikTok live. So that spoiled my prediction tonight. So I'm a bit cross about that, but never mind.
Well, the chaplain said, no, we can't do it that quickly. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think George will get out earlier than 3 months' time?
No, I think we're going to be hanging on until October. I suspect that's his date with good behaviour. So yes, that can't be reduced. And it's a good way of stretching it out for a few months, isn't it? Let's be honest.
It didn't work for me, I'm afraid.
Why? I thought you'd be jumping up and down with glee at the chaplain. I thought he'd be really convincing to you.
And each to their own. It just, yes.
All right. Well, they love it when we disagree, Philippa. So I'm genuinely surprised. I thought we would be as one on this one, but as ever, how wrong am I? Right.
No, not impressed. Okay, what
right.
about the party invitation? Are we going to agree or disagree on that?
Beautifully played by Neil. To Martin?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. My heart sunk. I thought, oh, no, this is so embarrassing. And poor Jazza was in a state, wasn't he? But Neil constantly soars, in my opinion. I mean, he said he set out the playbook, the Martin playbook, perfectly. To be honest, I thought it would be strung out for longer. I'm surprised it was all resolved within about 3 minutes, because I thought there was a lot of comedic potential there. So I was relieved for Jazza, but a bit disappointed comedically.
I am going to disagree with you then again.
Oh, God.
I think Martin genuinely, he sounded so remorseful. He was really looking forward to the party. I think he genuinely is double booked, but I think it will get cancelled and he's going to turn up at that party. And I think he's going to be the life and the soul of the party in his bright tropical shirt on the karaoke.
He sounded like a man who was relieved, to be honest. He was pleased that he got an invitation, but relieved that he come up with a fictitious reason not to be there. Neil's read him right. We cannot disagree with Neil. Neil is right about nearly everything. Yes. But is Neil right about not telling Emma? What a great segue that was. Go, Philippa. See if we agree about this.
Well, I don't. She needs to. She knows the situation. She knows what's going on. She knows what George thinks. She needs to. Yeah, she needs to know.
Emma needs to know. Well, as somebody else pointed out, I mean, how on earth is Emma not going to find out after Amber starts to live at Grange Farm anyway? I mean, she's going to find out, isn't she?
Yeah. So
it's a bit daft. I think it's Neil being a bit too. God, I'm criticising Neil, but he's being a bit too protective of Susan, and I think Susan had a point. And I thought that was a really. They're so good, Charlotte Martin and Brian Hewlett together. Those scenes really well written, really well acted. They're such a convincing married couple, really authentic. You really feel you're here listening to two people who know each other so well and are a really good match. And she was so honest. She said, "I dread him being freed." Susan said that. It was a very powerful scene, that I thought. But I think I'm with Susan on this. I think Emma needs to know. I think it's preposterous that you think she can. Neil thinks she can be protected from this. So no. So we agree on that Emma needs to know.
We agree on something. Yes, but surely Emma, as we say, Emma knows. It's not news to her what George thinks about his grandparents.
Yes.
So anyway, yes.
Yes.
Any faves this week?
I haven't written any faves down. I just sort of write notes as I go along. But I think actually you have proved. I mean, you've proved this evening to be a contrary woman. Like that was the description of Annabelle, wasn't it? By Justin, I think. Yes. Yeah, a contrary woman. You're pulling a face.
Yes, they called her obstructive and deliberately contrary. I'm not having that. She's not at all. She's a businesswoman, and I don't like them talking about her like that. Annabelle is on the right, and Justin... I mean, first of all, Justin, he has a golf game with Martin to try and talk Martin round. He spends most of the time mocking Martin about his horse riding, interrupting him when he's going to take a shot. No, that's not how you do it, Justin. Poor behaviour. Martin's wounded, so I'll forgive him slightly. But you don't come after my Annabelle like that, both of you. You can jog on.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I agree with it. It was all awful golf course talk, wasn't it? But you say, but, come on, Justin won him round. He was the victor and all that, and suddenly he's got Martin on board, and he's all for it.
Vertical farming, give me a break. I'm sorry.
But you start the round with Martin in discomfort, and Justin rubs his nose into it about that, and he's completely opposed to any rewilding of BL's land. By the end of the round, he's been one round. I mean, Justin played a blinder because he just kept talking about money.
Yeah, but talking about the
and
wrong things. And now,
profitability.
now talking about food storage. So what? They're just going to have
Yes.
freezers there. That's not really what Justin was intending with his
No.
whole new approach. So
No,
I'm sorry. No.
And it's not
Not
eco,
having
is
it.
it? It's not eco. I mean, others have pointed out that it's just about as far as from eco as you can get. Energy, guzzling, chilled storage, vertical farms, hundreds of food transport, HGVs. It's hardly the green legacy that Justin is promising. But
Exactly.
he played Martin brilliantly. I've got to say, he did. Martin's on side. He's on board.
Yeah, for now we'll see what happens.
Yeah, but also I think Annabelle is being duplicitous as well. I don't think, she was playing Martin, wasn't she? She never had any intention of going out with Martin. And
she was just having a bit of fun. They
well,
had their fun.
but I don't think they even had any fun, did they? Just had a couple of meals. But I think she's positioning herself in terms of how she's going to deal with Justin's plan. I don't know where Annabelle stands. I think she's saying one thing and probably will do another.
I think Annabelle knows what's right for the business and is focused on that. And this green plan isn't the right thing. So
Yeah.
I'm with Annabelle. I do think there was a bit of shenanigans going on, that they would meet up separately and not quite discuss their business plans. But I think she'd had enough of that, and fair enough.
I don't think there were any shenanigans, Philippa. I don't think it got to the shenanigans.
Shenanigans rather than
Shenanigans.
yes.
Yes, so that's why
There we
he's
go.
a bit. That's why he's a bit distraught. We have beavers back on the menu. They got a mention. Borsetshire Water releasing money from its community fund just when you thought.
Martin is doing good. Yes.
Yes, so just when you thought you'd never hear the word beaver mentioned again, we did. So vertical farming, whatever that is.
What about the fate?
Azra was magnificent. She stood up to Linda and said no on several occasions, but Linda didn't give in, did she? God, she bullied her, but she just said no way. Bless him, Akram turns up, and he's a pushover, and now he's thinking, oh my word, what have I done? He says.
No, I think he was lovely.
He's lovely.
Thank
he's
her.
lovely, but
so nice.
No, he's lovely, but I'm afraid that, as Azra pointed out, she says, I'm telling you now, you're on your own in this. And he's now terrified. And so he's going to be Linda's trusty lieutenant. In other words, he's going to be the dog's body. And but Linda, I thought, showed herself up to be it's the bad side of Linda, the arrogant sort of side. Someone has to keep hold of the reins, someone with skill and experience, and these things can't be easily passed on, she said when Azra said, well, why don't you just give up? Why do you stop? Why don't you stop doing it? So Linda didn't come out of that very well. She came out bruised from Azra, yeah.
So who is your star of the week? Not Linda, then?
Oh, God, no. Do you know, I've got a few. I have got a few. I was, you won't agree with this. Initially I put Justin down because I thought he played a blinder. No, only in terms of how he got Martin on board. So he was not nice to witness, but he did it really well. So Justin's up there. I put Akram as well for volunteering to help with the fate with Linda, because he was just wanted to say thank you. But I've gone for Azra. Azra for standing up magnificently against Linda. Azra gets my star. Yes.
I put Akram because so community focused. I thought that was lovely. Who's your twit of the week?
I've also put Akram down as well. So I put him down as star or twit. Well, Azra has said to him, she's effectively said, you're a twit for agreeing to this. So he's a bit of a twit for doing that. But I don't want to make him twit because it was done for the best of reasons. So I've put Martin down as the twit for falling for Justin's pitch. Martin is my twit.
I'm saying, Justin, poor negotiations. And
Brilliant negotiations.
And don't you come after my Annabelle. You can jog on.
He may jog on, but he played it brilliantly.
Predictions.
I predict that you and I will never agree about anything to do with the Archers ever again. And I think, and it slightly irritates me now, because I think Amber is being portrayed as ever more capable. And it's sort of a shameless drive by the script editors to make us like her more and more. So we're having another Joy imposed on us with Amber. I think Amber's around for a while, and what else is she going to be proved to be capable of? And I also think Akram will excel as the trusty lieutenant, and Colonel Snell won't like it.
Well, mine was that George and Amber were going to get married, but that's no point in saying that now. So mine is that things are going to get awful at the ball. Someone is going to die. And I wonder if Joy, they're making her so saintly at the moment, will Joy be the one, particularly as she said, no, she'll be fine staying on and working, but never mind. Now, please follow and subscribe if you haven't already, so you get notifications of when there are more episodes to listen and watch. The interview with Buffy, who plays Jolene, will be available a week on Saturday. Hello to Buffy, who listens to this podcast. It was lovely to talk to her, and I can't wait for you all to hear and watch the interview with her. And I'll be back on Tuesday with Lauren for more of our madness. Until then, it's a goodbye from me.
And from Padstow, it's a goodbye from me. Bye-bye.
Goodbye, everyone.